Welcome back to the deep dive, where we like to dive deep, get past the surface and really, really explore fascinating topics. And today, we're going to be tackling something that I think is pretty incredible, protein engineering.
Yeah, it's really cutting edge stuff. We're talking about the actual design and modification of proteins. It's like we're taking these fundamental building blocks of life and tweaking them to make them do new things, things they weren't necessarily meant to do.
And that's what's so cool, right? It's not like we're just finding proteins that already exist and saying, oh, this one's good for this. We're actually like building them or modifying them for very specific purposes.
Exactly. And to do that, you need a whole bunch of different disciplines. It's a real melting pot of biochemistry, molecular biology, genetics, and even computational modeling. You need the heavy computing power to really get into the nitty-gritty of how these proteins are structured and how they function.
So it's a very interdisciplinary field. We're talking about serious science here. But before we get into the specifics, maybe we should step back and ask, what's the big picture here? What's the mission, the driving force behind all this intricate protein engineering? What are we actually trying to achieve?
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to creating proteins with enhanced properties and functions. Making them better, more efficient, more targeted in what they do, and this has huge implications, especially when you look at it from the perspective of our source material, which is in the area of pharmaceutical biotechnology.
Right? Therapeutics. So we're talking about using protein engineering to fight diseases, to develop new drugs and treatments.
Exactly. I mean, one really exciting area is in cancer treatment. Scientists are actually engineering antibodies. Those are the proteins that our immune system uses to fight off infections, and they're tweaking them so that they can target cancer cells with incredible precision.
Mhm.
And it's not just antibodies; they're also engineering enzymes
Yeah.
to break down harmful molecules that are associated with certain diseases. It's all about that level of a specificity. Being able to really fine tune these proteins to do exactly what we want them to do.
It's incredible to think that we're at a point where we can manipulate these fundamental building blocks of life in such a precise way. It's almost like we're moving beyond just understanding biology, but actually shaping it, at a molecular level.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful concept, and it's not just limited to medicine either. I mean, protein engineering is also being used in all sorts of biotechnological applications, like creating more efficient industrial enzymes for things like biofuel production, or developing highly sensitive biosensors for environmental monitoring. So the applications are pretty vast.
So I guess if we had to sum up our deep dive today, it seems like protein engineering is really about gaining this incredible ability to tailor proteins
Yeah.
for very specific applications. And a lot of the really exciting stuff, as we've seen from our source in pharmaceutical biotechnology, is happening in the realm of drug development and biotechnology in general.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the the delicate interplay between a protein's structure and its
Mhm.
function, and then using that understanding to actually design proteins with novel capabilities or enhance the capabilities they already have. It's a really powerful toolkit that we're developing.
It really is. And I think it's one of those things that just makes you, step back and just appreciate the incredible advances that are being made in science. The fact that we can now manipulate these essential components of life is pretty mind-blowing.
It is, and it makes you wonder, with this growing ability to design proteins with such precision, what other unexpected possibilities might be out there? What could we do in fields that are far removed from traditional medicine or biotechnology? What are the potential applications of this technology in areas that we haven't even thought of yet? It's a pretty exciting time to be following this field.
It definitely is. Well, on that note, we'll have to wrap up our deep dive for today. But thanks for joining us, and we hope you'll keep exploring this fascinating world of protein engineering.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.